What's up, y'all? Welcome back for part two of a little something extra. So, my previous video, I showed y'all a lot of the things that I have been enjoying in the year 2024. So, now I want to tell y'all a little bit about some shows and some movies that I have fallen in love with as well. As I said before, I know these videos are random. I look a little crusty. It don't matter. I'm here. You here. Let's get into it. So first things first, since it's the holiday season, I want to tell you about a movie that I've never heard of in my life until I was going to get my nails done. I was sitting there, just relaxing as I do, and they had a movie on the screen, and I was like, "What is this movie?" I recognized some of the faces: Bill Murray, Alfred Woodard, and I was just like, what is this? And even though it was on mute, I was highly, highly intrigued. I was extremely drawn to it. And I kind of got the gist of it, which, like I said, never heard of it before, never heard any of my family or members or anybody talk about it. But this particular movie is called Scrooged. And this movie came out in the late 80s, and it is basically the director's take on the Christmas story or Christmas Carol, where there's Ebenezer Scrooge and he gets visited by all the ghosts and try to help him to get the Christmas spirit. Well, this one is based in New York, and again, this guy played by Bill Murray is a CEO, a president, a boss of a company. He's nasty, he's evil, he pushes people away. Alfred Woodard plays his secretary, and basically he gets visited by these ghosts who break him down all the way down to where he understands the meaning of Christmas, and he falls in love, and it's comedy mixed with just a whole bunch of just funny scenes. My favorite scene is when he is like tripping out in a restaurant and he ends up falling in before he leaves out of the storms out of the restaurant, and because he's going through it and nobody knows, because of course nobody can see these ghosts. And when I tell you I fell out laughing, because I know that that was not scripted. I know that that probably hurt, but he had to keep it moving because for the sake of the movie. But that was so funny. I love that movie. It's on HBO Max or Max. It's either Max or Prime. No, I think it's Prime. Yeah, it's on Prime, and that's a really good movie. I think it's gonna be a tradition of mine to watch that now because I love the Christmas Carol story and Ebenezer Scrooge. I love when TV shows and stuff, do their own rendition of it. So yeah, that was number one. Number two, this movie is hands down my favorite. I stumbled upon this movie just by the thumbnail alone when I was scrolling through Hulu, and at first I thought it was like Hulu's version of like Waiting to Exhale because of the thumbnail and the way that the women were, and I knew it was going to be about friendship and all of that stuff. So I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. I read the description and I was like, I'll give it a try. And boy, am I glad that I did. The Supremes at Big Girls Cafe has become a favorite to the point where I told so many people about it, and I watched it more recently with my mom, and she loves it as well. And that is also, like I said, about four friends. Well, not four. I take it back. Three friends who grew up in the same town in the same time, and it just basically follows them from young adulthood into adulthood and all the things, the trials and tribulations that they go through, different personalities that they have, their just trauma, their just overcoming different things, and it's so good. It's so good, and I don't know where I was when this movie was being promoted, but I'm so glad that I watched it. It's very touching. It's got its comedy in it. It's got its sad parts, the tragedy, the things, but it is such a good movie. And again, like I said, it's on Hulu, so you guys should check that one out as well, because you will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. And another movie. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm becoming a movie buff. No, I'm just playing. But like I said, I don't watch movies. I don't. It takes a lot of energy and time for me to watch a movie and actually sit there and focus on it. Another movie that I just watched a couple of days ago, y'all, was 688. Never heard of these women. Didn't see any of the documentaries, and I normally will watch a Black History documentary in a minute. Never seen any of the documentaries ever. Never knew about them. But as you all know, this is a huge movie that's on Netflix right now. And like I said, I just watched it the other day with my family, and that movie was really good. Now, it is a Tyler Perry production. I was very, very skeptical because I have not been watching none of Tyler Perry stuff in years, but it was really good. We got Oprah in it. We got some up and coming actresses in there. This movie is based on true events, real people, real women, Black women who had to endure a lot of prejudice, racism, stereotype, just hatred for no apparent reason other than the fact that their skin was darker. And some of those times, those movies just make me so angry, and I get so emotional, and I get so emotionally invested because I'm just like, just because we're darker, and just because we're women and we have different anatomy, you think we can't do stuff? But as women often do, as Black women often do, show them people, yeah, it's us. We're gonna take it every time. And that's exactly what they did. Now, mind you, I did not know that it was for the specific job that they did. But even if it was that, it may not seem like a lot to other people. It's probably gone, just over people's heads. They did that, and they really made a difference. And I'm very, very, very glad that Tyler Perry decided to shine a light on them even more than what they got. And I'm just excited that people know more about them now. And word of mouth is truly, truly, truly real, because if it wasn't for like the popularity of it, all the TV shows I've seen the actresses on, the stuff on TikTok, I probably would have been like, because I'm the type of person where I don't like to get into everything that everybody else is getting into, because they just like hype it up so much, and then it's never that. It's never that. Ever. But this was pretty good. The story was easy to follow. Like the actresses, they were really good. It was some comedy parts in there, sad parts, like I said, but all in all, like, it was a good movie. It's a good watch. And at the end, of course, they show the real women. They have one of the ladies who participated, or basically was like the main character, reading a letter that she wrote years ago. And that's when I really start crying and I got emotional, because I'm like, they really did that for their country, a country that did not even respect them. Just think about that. 688. Yeah, I did. And lastly, guys, I just watched this movie again last night. And this movie is also on Netflix, but I saw it first in theater with my mother, who saw it about 3-4 times. This movie, y'all, is The Forge. This movie is a Christian-based movie, however you want to call it. It's a great movie. Okay, it's a great movie. Starring Priscilla Shirer, who is an actress, and author, and minister, and a whole bunch of other people. But at the end of the day, it's good. It's, like I said, it's on Netflix, and it just follows the life of a 19-year-old boy coming into adulthood, into manhood, being responsible, being mature, and but also maturing in Christ, and how men need other believers in the kingdom to hold them accountable, help them when they're down, help them get to certain spots, and how just everybody needs somebody. But at the end of the day, how it first starts is when you give your life and you surrender it to God, and how He allows other people to help you along your journey and get you to where He has called you to be. Because as they kept saying in the movie, we can't do it by ourselves. This movie will make you laugh. This movie will make you cry. This movie is relatable. This movie is very good. And I am so glad that so many people got to see it, because a lot of these movies that are, based on Jesus and your Christian religion, or I don't like saying that, well, your relationship with God and just life as a Christian, a lot of them can seem corny to some people. A lot of them can seem just washed and just like, I don't want to watch it. But a lot of these movies are also very real, based on true events, and it truly shows like how good God is and what He can do. And yeah, though it's a movie, I know that somebody somewhere has watched it and has related to this movie in particular. And it's also taught us to be disciples, for those of us who are followers of Jesus Christ, to be disciples, not just to be servants, not just to sit on our bottoms and not do anything, but to go out and tell others about Him, help them to be able to tell other people about Him, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. That's what God wants us to do through His Son, Jesus Christ. And I'm not ashamed of it. And I am very, very glad that this movie is becoming as popular as it is. It was popular already, but the fact that so many people have Netflix and watch Netflix, this movie, I know for just reading certain things, have planted seeds of faith and hope in other people, and they're giving the movie 10 out of 10, and I'm just so happy. And this movie was directed by the Kendrick brothers, who are very popular directors, producers of movies like this. So if you guys have not seen The Forge, I suggest that you carve out, I think I looked at it yesterday, 2 hours and 12 minutes or something like that. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. So y'all should check it out. The Forge on Netflix. Yo, and last but not least, since we're on, this type of time talking about The Forge, I wanted to share something else that I've gotten back into, which I'm so happy about. And I also wanted to make sure that I actually completed it and finished it, because I love a good book. And this book by Nona Jones, The Gift of Rejection, is such a good book. Such a good book. I first found out about Nona Jones through YouVersion app, that she led one of the daily devotionals. But she is an author. She has other books, but this one is something that I truly just wanted to read, because it just piqued my attention from listening to her interviews and stories about it. It's called The Gift of Rejection: Harness Your Pain to Propel Your Purpose. And I bought this as a gift for one of my cousins, and I started to read it, and I could not put this book down, and because it was what I needed at the time. So I ended up having to order her another one, and I kept this one. And it is just amazing. It's amazing. It talks about different times that she's been rejected in her life, the things that she's has gone through, and how she's overcame, and how she found out the gifts or the whys into rejection, and how it's really God's protection. And there are practical things that she has in this book, and exercises that you can do as well, to help you unpack your rejection and see the gift in it and the purpose in it, and how to walk away, heal from it and walk away whole. So this is one. And then another book that I have began is by Lisa, I don't know how to pronounce this, Turkish. She's also an author, and this is Forgiving What You Cannot Forget. Relatable, right? This book is also good. It talks about her life and her relationship with her husband and some things that have gone on in their marriage, and how God has helped her in therapy. Okay, let's put that out there. God in therapy is helping her and has helped her to forgive things that she wanted to hold on to. It says, discover how to move on, make peace with painful memories, and create a life that's beautiful again. Who don't want that? So this is a book that I have started, and I'm going to finish it as well, just like I did the other one, because I just want to get out of my phone. I want to feed my spirit with things that I feel like will help me be able to also help someone else. So I hope you guys enjoyed both of these videos, and I hope to do more of our little bit of extra videos again. So again, happy holidays, happy new year, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.